Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to the continuation of equations of lines. So we're gonna make it a little more challenging now by looking at this graph. So look at this on your PDF. I enlarged it. I zoomed in by hitting this plus button because we're gonna have to look at this graph to answer these questions. Okay. So what do we have? Write an equation in slope-intercept form for each line. So slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. That's the first thing I know. So first we got to find the equation of r. All right. One thing you can do is first set up your paper like this. So I'm going off of the picture from the PDF. So r, so slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. That's what I need. So I need to find the slope and y-intercept. That's what I'm looking at. So slope and y-intercept. So one thing you can do is just, so here's r, is just count it. Well, it's a positive slope. This is r, the line r, and it goes up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and that is 1 for the slope. And the y-intercept, this is y up and down vertically, right? The y-intercept is 1, 2, 3. So the y-intercept is 1, 2, 3. So one thing you could do is just look at the graph. The slope is 1 over 1, up 1, right 1, positive in the y and positive in the x direction, and plus 3, aka y equals x plus 3. Good. Well, let's say you couldn't see that. Let's say you don't know how to count. Let's say this is too confusing. Oh my goodness. What the hell is this slope? Well, you can just pick 2 points. So if you can't count the slope, you can always go from our chart. So this point is -3, 0. This point right here on my cursor is -3, 0. So you have -3, 0. I'm picking any 2 points on the line. You're going to get the same slope. So I pick -3, 0, and then let's pick this one, -2, 1. I could have put 0, 3, or -1, 2, doesn't matter. So -1, 2. So I'm picking another point on the line. Sorry, -2, 1, my bad. So what is the slope here? So change in y is going to be 1, and change in x is going to be 1. So your slope is 1 over 1, which is 1. Good. So even if you can't see it on the graph, you can always do this. This will always help you because I got the same thing, whether I'm counting on the graph or whether I'm using my chart. It all works the same, okay? So now S, let's check out S. S is this. It looks like it's going downhill, so it's a downward slope, which is negative, okay. So the slope is down 2, right 1. See, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right. That's the pattern. So if you know how to do that, if you remember that from algebra class, that slope is -2 over 1. Down 2 on the y, right 1 on the x. And then you put in the x, because x is just a placeholder right there for our slope-intercept form. Where's the y-intercept? Where's the y-intercept? 1, 2, right here. 0, 2. So 0, 2. So y equals -2x plus 2. That is your equation right there. And if you wanted to, you can always do this. Pick 2 points. Let's pick 0, 2. Let's pick another point. Where the hell down here? I don't know. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, -1, 2, 3, 4. So 3, -4 is another point. So I picked just 2 random points. 0, 2, and 3, -4. Will I get the same slope, -2? Let's see. So 2 to -4, that's down 6. Use your number line if you need. And 0 to 3 is up 3 on the number line. So your slope is change in y over change in x, which is -2. Same thing. So this is always something you can do if you can't read it. So I want you to do either look at the graph or use your charts. I want you to do T and U right now. So look at your PDF. Here's T and here's U. What are the slopes? Go. And the y-intercept. All right, let's check it out. So T, the y-intercept is -3, and the slope is 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3, right 1. It's positive. So 3 over 1 is the slope, and negative 3 is your y-intercept. So y equals 3x minus 3 is t. And you could do the chart, but I'm not going to show it to you because you can do that on your own. We did that in previous lessons. You need to go back and check out those videos. Now we're on u, okay? U is also positive going uphill. The y-intercept is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The y-intercept is negative 5. And the slope, you go up 1, 1, 2, 3 to the right. Up 1, 1, 2, 3 to the right. So the y-intercept is negative 4. The slope is up 1, right 3. So the slope is up 1, right 3 in positive direction, and the slope hits the y at y is negative 5. Cool. Hopefully you got those right. Because now we're going to get to number 13 and 14. Here's where it gets a little tricky. Okay, so I want to write a line that's parallel to R and contains 1, negative 1. So if I'm looking at the graph, R is this. So we talked about parallel lines. So 1, negative 1. So I want a parallel line to this. So it looks like that. Okay. So parallel lines have what kind of slopes? Yeah, same slope. Pay attention to this. You're going to have to do the same thing on your own in a second. These two problems is what I'm focused on. The rest is prelude. So same slope. So R we already have as y equals 1x plus 3. So I want a different line. So it's going to have a different y-intercept. So I'm going to steal this. So my new line is going to have the slope of 1, and it goes through this point. Bam. So I'm now going to put this in point slope form. I know I want to have it in slope intercept form because that's the final answer, but I'm going to use point slope form as an intermediary. Check it out. So y minus y1, which is plus 1, write this down with me, equals slope times the quantity x minus x1. Bam. So now I want to convert this into slope-intercept form. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to solve for y. See how this says y equals? I'm going to solve for y here. So we go distribute, y plus 1 equals 1x minus 1. Subtract 1, y equals 1x, negative 1 minus 1, which is negative 2. Ding, 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 y equals x minus 2. Same slope, different y-intercept. So that's a parallel line to R that this point is part of. Got it. Okay, now let's do 14. Perpendicular to S and contains 0, 0, the origin. Okay, so perpendicular, what sort of slopes are perpendicular? Yeah, opposite reciprocals. Got it. So if the slope were 1/2, the opposite reciprocal would be negative 2 over 1. So opposite means changing the sign and flipping the fraction, essentially. Okay, so S, where are we at with S? S, the slope was negative 2 over 1. So that would mean that my perpendicular slope of negative 2 over 1, so it's negative, I'm going to make it positive. And if it's 2 over 1, I'm going to flip that and make it 1 over 2. So here's my perpendicular slope. In number 13, I use the same slope. In number 14, I'm using the opposite reciprocal slope because it says perpendicular. That forms a right angle. And my point is 0, 0. Bam. So now I can write this in point slope form. Y minus 0 equals 1/2 x minus 0. Now I'm solving for y to get in slope-intercept form because that's what it asked for, just like this. So I'm doing the same thing here. Y minus 0, anything minus 0 is just itself. 10 minus 0 is 10, 100 minus 0 is 100, y minus 0 is y. Now I'm going to distribute here, 1/2 x. A half times 0 is just 0. Minus 0 plus 0 doesn't matter because that is gone, and the answer is just 1/2 x. You put the plus 0 at the end if you want, but that's cool. All right, nice job. Your turn, your turn, your turn. Here we go. So see 10 and 11, that's what I want you to do. 10 and 11, I want slope-intercept form. for a line parallel to B and perpendicular to C going through those points. Pause the video and go. All right, let's check it out. So 10, the slope is down 1 over 1. So the slope of B is -1. So you either do your chart or look at the graph. So the slope of 10 is -1. And it's parallel, so I'm using the same slope. So I'm going to keep that slope at -1, and I want 3, -2 is my point, x1, y1. So now I'm going to convert into point slope form as my intermediary, y plus 2 equals -1, x minus 3. If you mess this up, just fix it on your paper. Pause the video. Now I'm solving for y. Y plus 2 equals -1x. Negative times negative is a positive. And then last thing, subtract 2. I'm not subtracting from the x because that's not like terms. I'm subtracting from the constant right here. So y equals -1x. 3 minus 2 is 1. Bam, that's number 10. -1x plus 10, plus 1. All right, last one. Number 11, perpendicular to C. All right, so I need to find the slope of C first. So the slope of C is, let's start here. So you go down 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, okay. So it's -2, 5 is the slope. So the slope of C, is -2 over 5. I put that sub C because that means the slope of C. M means slope. So I got that from the graph, or you can get it from your chart. So the perpendicular slope, because I want perpendicular, that's the opposite reciprocal. So it's negative, I'm going to make it positive. And then I'm going to flip the fraction, 5 over 2. Cool. So now y minus, so here's x1, y1, y plus 4, sorry, equals 5 over 2, x plus 2. Bam, so you're here. Don't be afraid of fractions, you can do it. Y plus 4 equals 5 over 2x. What the hell is this? Well, let's see. 5 over 2 times 2 over 1. So that's what I'm doing here. So this is 10. My numerator, 2 times 1 is 2. So 10 divided by 2 is what you get, which is 5. That's how you multiply the fractions. Don't be afraid. It's actually kind of easy, right? So now subtract 4 from my constant. Y equals 5 over 2x plus 1. Cool. Let's practice this some more. Good work, everybody.